In this video you will learn how to build safe and functional training staves for Grabong. Grabong is one of 7 Pahuyuth disciplines that can be learned and used separately, but also can be combined seamlessly. In the understanding of Pahuyuth, Grabong is defined as armed combat with body-length objects. In ancient times, wandering staves, fishing spears, pikes and glaives were used as body-length weapons. According to tradition, even rifles were commonly used like quarterstaves when there was no time to reload. Nowadays, modern Grabong warriors use all types of broomsticks, street signs and even billiard cues as body-length weapons. For their day-to-day training, practitioners use special training staves which are wrapped with several layers of tape. The black and white tape is used to indicate the grip, defense and attack areas. But more importantly, it's a safety measure since it creates better braking behavior and reduces harmful splinter throwing. Broken or defective staves should be immediately rendered useless and safely disposed to prevent serious injuries. At the beginning of their studies, Grabong students always build 2 training staves, although they usually use only one of them during training. The second staff is placed against the teacher's wall to visibly indicate that quarterstaff is being trained. If possible, members of Pahuyuth weapon fighting disciplines always build their own training weapons. Learning armed combat always means to integrate handling techniques for inanimate objects into the movement patterns of one's own body. Crafting your own weapons is therefore a first step to establish a personal relationship with your weapon and the respective armed combat discipline. To build your staves, you will need 2 wooden round bars with a diameter of 28 mm. The standard length for training staves is 1.8 meters. For people with a height below 1.6 meters, the recommended length is the body height plus 1 fist. The same applies to practitioners taller than 2.1 meters. Again, height plus 1 fist. Generally recommended are heavy, robust hardwoods such as oak or beech. Lighter materials such as plastic, bamboo or rattan should be avoided in any case. Too little weight and too much flexibility can lead to faulty techniques, which in return can lead to your demise. What we would like to ask you is to not use rare or protected wood types. Rare tropical woods are absolutely not necessary for the construction of training weapons and won't make you a better fighter. A simple and inexpensive type of wood from your region is perfectly sufficient for any type of training purposes. In addition to the round bars, you will need 1 roll of masking tape, 1 to 2 rolls of white fabric tape, 1 roll of black fabric tape, a folding rule or a measuring tape, sandpaper for edges and surfaces, and a pencil to mark the grip areas. A checklist of materials needed can be found in the video description, the Pahuyuth Compendium or our new online database for members. Step number 1. Take one of your round bars and use the sandpaper to remove any bumps and splinters from its surface. If you want, you can chamfer the ends a bit to prevent cracks or splits. Make sure to remove any splinters and bumps from the surface. Check if everything is smooth and proceed to the next step. Step number 2. Use the masking tape to create a protective layer. Start at one end of the bar and wrap the tape around it for at least 2 rounds. Then angle the tape downward and wrap slowly and steadily all along the staff. This layer is protect you and everyone nearby against splinters if your staff ever breaks. Therefore, the masking tape must be wrapped overlapping along the entire surface. Minor inaccuracies are not a big deal in this step. If you accidentally create larger creases somewhere, then simply remove the tape and reapply it. When you reach the end of the round bar, wrap the masking tape around it twice to create another double layer. Then check if the tape is applied correctly and apply some pressure to make it stick firmly to the round bar. The result should look something like this. Repeat this step with the second round bar and proceed to the next step. Step number 3. Use the white fabric tape to create an outer layer. This outer layer will help to protect your staff against abrasion. The ripples provide a better grip that will help you learning the handling techniques. Again, start at one end of the staff and create a double layer with the fabric tape. Then angle the tape down and wrap it all along the full length of the round bar. Again, make sure that the fabric tape is always wrapped overlapping. No masking tape should be visible when you're done. If you have gotten this far, you might have already noticed that building training staves takes a while and requires some patience. This is not an interruption of your training, it's a part of it. Your training staves will accompany you for a long time and will be a visible testimony for your patience or your impatience. This is also a part of your training. We recommend that you take your time to build your staves and allow yourself to take a break or two during this process. This is also a part of your training. Once you reach the end of the round bar, create another double layer by wrapping the tape around the end twice. Make sure that the tape is applied correctly and that it sticks firmly to the bar. The result should look something like this. Repeat this step with the second staff and proceed to the next step. Step number 4. Use folding rule and pencil to mark the grip areas. If the total length of your staff is 1,80 meters, the width of the attack areas is 30 centimeters each. The grip areas take another 30 centimeters. The remaining 60 centimeters in the middle belong to the defense area. Mark both of your staves at the respective grip areas and proceed to the next step. Step number 5. Use the black fabric tape to create the grips. Start at one end of each marking and wrap the tape around it twice to create a double layer. Then angle the tape down and wrap it carefully along the marked area. Create another double layer when you reach the end of your mark. Repeat this step for the second grip. To make the handling of your training staves easier, wrap 1 or 2 more layers of tape around the ends of each grip. Make sure that the tape sits nice and tight and press it firmly onto the bar. Your training staff should now look like this. Repeat this step with the second staff and proceed to the final step. Step number 6. If you want, you can customize your staves by marking them at the ends. Your training staves should now have a weight of about 1 kilogram each and are ready for deployment. Summary. Step 1. Smoothen the edges and surfaces. Step 2. Apply masking tape. Step 3. Apply white fabric tape. Step 4. Measure and mark the grip areas. Step 5. Apply black fabric tape. Step 6. Customize your staves and begin your training. If you enjoyed this tutorial and would like to know how to actually use a grabong, take a look at our website. There we share more information about traditional quarterstaff fighting from Southeast Asia, selected videos from our beginner course and much more. If you want to learn grabong or any other Pahuyuth discipline in its entirety and become a Pahuyuth practitioner yourself, sign up for a brand new online training program and become part of our society. Members have unlimited access to our online database where we share thousands of tech videos, tutorials and many other resources. Our goal is to enable you to learn Pahuyuth from the bottom up and qualify yourself as a full-fledged free warrior. Miss something or need help with your techniques? No worries. Simply use our member-exclusive online forum to get 24/7 feedback from other practitioners worldwide and of course our teaching staff in Berlin. Our exams are always free of charge, therefore you will only pay for your membership and can be sure that each and every progress you make is always earned, not purchased. Sounds good? Fine. Then go ahead and follow the link in the description for more information.